the baton passing seamlessly from a revered international statesman to the man who was really running the country in the first 5 years of democracy. The power transition was smooth, but a rocky path was lying ahead. The transition from former President Mbeki to former President Jacob Zuma was both contentious and stormy.
As President of the Republic, I've come to the conclusion that the circumstances dictate that in the interest of the Honorable Deputy President, the government, our young democratic system and our country, it would be best to release Honorable Jacob Zuma from his responsibilities as Deputy President of the Republic and member of the Cabinet.
Later, Zuma was given a legal lifeline.
I therefore grant the following orders. A. It is declared that the decision taken by the National Prosecuting Authority during or about 28 December 2007 to prosecute the applicant, a copy of which is annexed to the applicant's founding affidavit as Annexure A thereto, is invalid and is set aside. The respondent is ordered to pay the applicant's costs of suit, including those consequent upon the employment of 3 counsel. On the respondent's application to strike out certain paragraphs of applicant's founding affidavit, I make the following order, quote, the application is dismissed with costs. On the applicant's application to strike out certain paragraphs of the respondent's answering affidavit, I make the following order, quote, the application is granted with costs. On the application of the amicus curiae, I make the following order, the application to join as an amicus curiae is refused. Paragraph B, the applicant in the amicus curiae application is ordered to pay the respondent's costs incurred in opposing that application. Court will rise.
Mbeki's detractors used this judgment to call for his recall during a marathon meeting of the ANC NEC, ironically attended by both Jacob Zuma and Cyril Ramaphosa, who was in the ANC NEC at that time. Later, Mbeki would make this announcement.
I would like to say that gloom and despondency have never defeated adversity. Trying times need courage and resilience. Our strength as a people is not tested during the best of times. As we said before, we should never be despondent because the weather is bad, nor should we turn triumphalist because the sun shines. For South Africa to succeed, there is more work to be done, and I trust that we will continue to strive to act in unity to accelerate the advance towards the achievement of our shared national goals. In this regard, it may be worth repeating what I said during the inauguration of the President of the Republic in 1999. Using the metaphor of the Comrades Marathon, I said then that those who complete the course will do so only because they do not, as fatigue sets in, convince themselves that the road ahead is still too long, the inclines too steep, the loneliness impossible to bear, and the prize itself of doubtful value.
The ANC Deputy President Kgalema Motlanthe assumed office. After the 2009 elections, Jacob Zuma was ushered in as the President of South Africa. In his second term, he was again embroiled in controversy due to the renovations that were done at his private home in Nkandla. Jacob Zuma was later recalled by his party. Zuma, with political daggers drawn all around him, finally stepped down.
I have therefore come to the decision to resign as President of the Republic with immediate effect. even though I disagree with the decision of the leadership of my organization, I have always been a disciplined member of the ANC. As I leave, I will continue to serve the people of South Africa as well as the ANC, the organization I have served all of my life.
His deputy Cyril Ramaphosa then stepped in.
In the presence of everyone assembled here, and in full realization of the high calling I assume, as President of the Republic of South Africa, I,
Matamera Cyril Ramaphosa,
swear that I will be faithful to the Republic of South Africa.
Swear that I will be faithful to the Republic of South Africa.
And will obey. Observe. Uphold. And maintain the Constitution. And all other law of the Republic.
After the 2019 elections, Ramaphosa became the South African president.
The President-elect, would you please raise up your right hand and say, "So help me God."
So help me God.
He is now facing an uncertain political future.
The first time personally, I had to consider a matter of this nature. It was a complex matter. Complex indeed because it's a parliamentary process which belongs to Parliament as the representative of the people. As those of you who were involved in the EFF case would have realized that the Constitutional Court decried the fact that there was no mechanism for sifting what goes to the Impeachment Committee. And I think it was against that background that the panel was hopefully established. And if you recall what Justice Jeffrey said in that, there was no sifting mechanism. It's quite important. Dragging the president before an impeachment process is a huge decision. It cannot be done on flimsy grounds. There has to be something tangible that you can hold on to before you take that decision. That's why there was a panel. To look at only what we have and thereafter make a decision.
The coming days and weeks will be telling indeed. Sophie Mokoena, SABC News, Johannesburg.